Are you a fan of XQC, Hassan, Moist Critical, even Mutahara, and you like reaction to videos? Well, guess what? You've came to the best place. You've came to BRXTEN TV, where I also react to stupid videos on YouTube. So kick back, have some hot chocolate, get snug, and enjoy. Rewind time. Let's go.
E-girls have absolutely taken the world by storm the last couple years. When future generations dress up like they're from the late 2010s and early 2020s at those themed parties, they're gonna put on a cat gamer headset, a pink wig, and start licking a microphone and asking for $5. But how does one obtain a coveted spot in the e-girl ecosystem? Well, first of all, you have to be a girl, which it turns out is completely optional. You also have to have a not like other girls thing going on. Maybe you're into Call of Duty, cosplay, anime, stuff that really gets the average Twitch gamer guy going. And you have to be terminally online, and I mean terminally online. If you have a driver's license or any semblance of a healthy social life, you are not an e-girl. You never will be an e-girl. I'm sorry. But the most important thing about being an e-girl is that you monetize. Some e-girls just stream on Twitch or do TikTok and keep a pretty low profile, but some of them get in wild controversies, and others have really dark secrets and skeletons in the closet hidden behind all the glitter and
I have skeletons in my closet.
The iceberg we go, the darker and more mysterious
they're just real
these
people.
Stories are going to get. So let's take a look at the evidence together and see how deep the e-girl iceberg really goes.
Mate.
At the tip of the e-girl iceberg, we have streamers like Bad Bunny, because everyone knows the best way to grow your fan base on the internet is to yell at people who come into your stream and act like you're entitled to their money. Bad Bunny is a political streamer who regularly gets into controversies for clips like this.
How did my whole speech about how I need subs and to get the stream going if you like the content, blah, 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 how that results in 0 subs? There are regulars here. $5 a month!
Yeah!
You have hours of time to watch me. And not $5.
Give me the $5
with your life where you have hours of time to watch Twitch and not $5 to provide for the content that you're watching.
She's had a running feud with popular streamer Destiny, and in
that's banned content right here
on Twitter showing some old racist messages that were allegedly hers. Bad Bunny denied that these were real, but a mod from her Discord said the messages were mostly real and then started leaking more stuff himself. Bad Bunny responded by locking her Discord down. She then doubled down on stream saying those logs were fake, but someone from her Discord called Mindwaves posted a video allegedly proving the logs were real. His tweet was deleted, but I managed to dig it up, which leads to a Dropbox link, but the content inside the Reddit thread it was posted in suggests this $5 evidence. But not everyone was convinced, and almost anything on Discord is easily fakeable. In January of 2020, her "It's Only $5" clip blew up, with Critical and other YouTubers making videos about the situation.
Chat, I haven't got a donation or a sub for an hour. What the
Bro, is that how we make money?
What the
In April of 2021, she ended up getting temporarily banned off of Twitch for hateful conduct and said that it must be Nazis brigading her. She's recently rebranded to Kira Chats and still streams on Twitch. While Bad Bunny might not appreciate being called an e-girl, she definitely checks the box for
I do need to take notes.
So hard that I had to include her. Alinity is a very popular Twitch streamer and at one time was the most hated person on the internet. How did she manage to gain that title? Originally from Colombia, Alinity moved to Canada for college and to be with her boyfriend, who she had met on World of Warcraft. While in Canada, she started streaming on Twitch. After a while, she started to do some spicy cosplay content on stream, which helped boost her viewership. In May of 2018, PewDiePie reacted to her content, calling her a Twitch thought. Alinity did not like this and responded with what is probably one of the most infamous clips on the internet now.
Just for that word. Gonna copy strike him. Yo! Can we copy strike PewDiePie's latest video?
I remember this.
PewDiePie ended up apologizing for calling her a name, but Alinity doubled down, saying she gets good money from copy striking people's videos. She did not seem to realize how unlikable saying this stuff would make her in the eyes of the internet. Yes, she successfully created drama with the biggest YouTuber on the platform, which was great for her profile, but she was not ready for the level of hate about to come her way. PewDiePie went on to make 2 more videos about the situation, after which people started digging up old dirt on Alinity, and found a clip where she laughs about marrying a guy just so she could move to Canada and then divorce divorce him. A lot of people online started saying this was immigration fraud. Someone posted the clip under one of her going live tweets, and a lot of people took notice. A change.org petition was created. They got over 16,000 signatures to get her deported from Canada. Alinity tweeted that it was actually an amicable divorce, but it was too late. She had catapulted from a moderately popular streamer to the most hated person on the internet in a matter of weeks. The controversy slowly faded, but from this point forward,
wait, is Overwatch 2?
Watching her to see if that's going to be a good game? In July 2019, she tossed her cat over her shoulder on stream. Around the same time, a clip of her drinking vodka and then kissing her cat surfaced. A massive firestorm erupted online, saying she was an animal abuser and should be banned from Twitch. Alinity then
tried canceling
Trainwreck home to do an investigation, and they determined that there were no signs of animal abuse. She did not get banned from Twitch after this, and a lot of people were so incredibly mad about this that anytime their favorite streamer would get banned going forward, they would say Alinity did this and that and hasn't been banned yet. What gives, Twitch? It got to the point where people were circulating unsubstantiated rumors that she was sleeping with someone on the Twitch staff just to get off of punishment. In April of 2020, Alinity had a wardrobe malfunction and got banned, then tweeted that she was happy about the ban. The internet interpreted this as her being smug about it, but she actually had asked Twitch to ban her in the past because she was sick of getting all the hate for never being banned. Alinity then joined in a random argument on Twitter in June of 2020, and everyone in the thread turned on her and started dunking on her, including Ninja. She went live, and it was clear that all the mean-spirited jokes and comments from the last couple of years were really starting to get to her.
Don't listen to trolls. Just accept that you made a mistake because you are a human being.
I have! Jack, but do I really have to read thousands and thousands of messages every day about the mistakes I've made in my past?
The best one is
that really what I have to do?
Yeah.
A couple
you
days later,
gotta repent.
Streamer Wreckful took his own life. He had been struggling with mental health for a long time, but the tragedy took everyone by massive surprise. The whole Twitch community became instantly, painfully aware of the impact their words could have on someone else. Ninja and Alinity apologized to each other, mean tweets were deleted, and everyone squashed their beef. Since then, Alinity has really turned her image online around and has moved all of the suggestive content off of Twitch and onto another site, and has been hanging out with other streamers. She became a regular on Mizkif's game show Schooled, where there was a controversy in which a bunch of the contestants were found to be cheating, and Alinity was one of the only people found to not be cheating. When the hot tub meta took off on Twitch and every streamer was jumping into a bikini and an inflatable pool for
I missed out on that.
Alinity didn't participate and instead spoke out against it on Twitter. She seems to have finally realized that not all publicity is good publicity, and has steered far clear of any controversy for a long time. Invader V is an e-girl similar to Bad Bunny in that she aggressively shamed her viewers for money, but different in the sheer level of unhinged mania she shows in some of her clips. In November 2019, she had this to say about her fans.
Is every guy in here a beta orbiter? Nope, some of them are alpha white knights. I'm sorry, that was the stupidest thing I've ever said in my entire life.
In January of 2020, she revealed that anytime someone donated to her and their name was tied to their PayPal account, she would Google their name, look at their LinkedIn and other social media, and had learned a lot of personal details about her fans this way. In April of 2020, a clip of her went viral on Twitter.
Here's the deal. It doesn't
Why are
really
the cuties so fucking crazy?
or how much money you have. That's really the thing. Because I'm not asking you for a large financial contribution. And it doesn't matter how broke you are. If you have time to watch Twitch, you have $10, truly. If you don't have $10, you probably don't have time to watch Twitch because you should be working. You should be trying to earn money. It's not a ton. It's not like a ton of money. So being like, I'm broke, I can't afford to sub, that doesn't really track. What you mean to say is, I'm so irresponsible with my money, I can't support the entertainment that I enjoy.
This is like,
a lot of large streamers
I need to start taking note.
Including Pokemon, who said this mentality had no place on the platform. As a result of all this, Invader V lost nearly 90,000 followers on Twitch.
90,000.
People started looking through her clips and realized that she had been shaming people for money for a long time. Shortly after this, Invader V issued one of the most bizarre apologies on the internet I have ever seen. She said that she had expressed opinions that I do not hold, and that she had pushed away my conscience in that that moment. She also explicitly said that what she was doing was not satire and was not a joke. A couple months went by and one of Invader V's old clips went massively viral. The oldest version on the internet that I could find is from February 2019 on a channel called The Onionist Monk, where Invader V goes on an absolutely unhinged rant that lasts a full uninterrupted nearly 5 minutes where she doesn't pause, doesn't stutter, and it climaxes in one of the funniest clips I have ever seen. There was copyrighted music in the background of this stream, so I can't play the clip, so I'm just gonna give it a shot. What the f is stopping us from just throwing ourselves off the bridge and giving up and saying, yeah, the planet is dying, the government hates us, the animals are leaving, the aliens are contacting us, we might be alone, it just might be you and me, but that's okay, because you really need anyone else. Even though this clip was old, it went absolutely viral in the summer of 2020, and everybody on social media was making edits and reacting to it. I found Invader Iceberg to be the funniest to me because while I was researching all these really dark and disturbing stories, which are further down the iceberg coming up, it was refreshing to watch someone who has more in common with Patrick Bateman than any Sigma male alive.
That's so toxic, especially when people are losing their jobs. It really isn't. It really isn't toxic to ask for subs when you're streaming.
Pokimane is easily one of the most controversial people
but she's so cute.
Has used her influence to build an entertainment empire that contains a large Twitch following with over 9 million followers,
she'll never meet
over
me anyway.
6 million subscribers on YouTube, a staff of full-time employees that work for her, and her own talent management company, which she started and runs herself. But you don't reach this level of success without making a few enemies. Pokimane started streaming on Twitch in 2013, and she brands herself as a very sponsor-friendly, marketable creator. She presents herself as someone who doesn't do edgy stuff.
Are you sure about that? No.
This is where the problems start. In November of 2018, Pokimane got into a Twitter argument with Keemstar where Keemstar had called a random Sniper Wolf fan on Twitter a virgin. Pokimane stuck up for the guy.
Again, Keem, do better. Have a good day.
Keem then went and started digging up old tweets of Pokimane he could use to throw back in her face. It pretty much blew over, but then YouTuber Boblax uploaded a video outlining the whole thing. 8 days later, Boblax uploaded another video showing that Pokimane's content management company had blocked his video in all countries using a copyright strike. They then denied his appeal and kept the video blocked. Boblax questioned why he was targeted when Pokimane had left some of the tweets up and other videos covering the same thing stayed up and didn't get striked. Just a few days later on Pokimane's stream, a fan named Dovsev offered $5,000 worth of Twitch subs if Pokimane would say his name. When Pokimane said his name and he didn't gift the subs, she pulled Dovsev into a Discord call and started making fun of him in front of her viewers. And then she pulled up his YouTube and Instagram and started commenting on those as well. During this call, she said, "How does it know I'm going to take
Let's go."
videos?" People started to ask how Pokimane bullying this guy was different from Keemstar calling a fan on Twitter a virgin. The blowback from all this at once was immense, and PewDiePie made a video talking about how awful it is to copyright strike someone's videos just because you don't like them. Pokimane posted an apology video the next day, even though it wasn't much of an apology because she starts off by saying that she's legally in the right to do these takedowns.
Although I was legally within my right to take down the video, morally and as a content creator, it wasn't something that I should have done because, I mean, at the end of the day, those were tweets that me and Keem made publicly and videos that we made publicly.
She said she had spoken with Boblax and they had come to an understanding and unblocked his video, but the apology got a ton of dislikes. She started regularly getting
It's kind of weird that she'd do that,
people on the internet
and
really
like all she does is react to other people's shit. Even I'm reacting to people's shit right now. Mate, it's the circle of react. I like it. I love it.
For throwing money at her, and she responded by saying if YouTubers aren't going to work off of morals, they are going to work off of dislikes, basically non-verbally encouraging her fans to dislike the video. And then she did the only thing that's an even bigger unspoken rule amongst content creators. She went after his sponsor.
To be fair, I actually can't believe anyone would sponsor these shenanigans. And I will say, for this company to sponsor a video that's literally 20 minutes of talking shit about me? Oh, is this a video where some random dude behind a VR machine calls a girl a thought for 20 minutes? Really want to put my logo on that one. There was a huge backlash against her after this, with videos getting millions of views from people like Diesel Patches and Andre Turbea talking about the situation. The cumulative effect of all Pokimane's controversies from over the years and simmering general dislike for her on the internet started to boil over. This erupted into a whole Twitch streamer versus YouTuber war over what actually constitutes transformative content and how much commentary do you actually have to add when you're reacting. This got the attention of the most infamous commentary YouTuber of all time, Leafy, who went on the warpath against Pokimane. He made
12 videos about her with increasingly aggressive thumbnails and titles. The funny thing was, in the first 2 videos he says she's unattractive and has a boyfriend, and then in subsequent videos he barely talks about her at all and just rambles on about the stock market and how much he likes Factorio. He was just using her name and face to get people to click on the videos. A week later, Pokimane announced she would be taking a break from the internet. She then posted a video called My Overdue Apology less than 2 weeks later, going all the way back to 2018 to try and clear the air about every controversy she had had thus far. 4 days later, Leafy was permabanned from YouTube, and this part of Pokimane's story came to an end. But she wouldn't stay out of the headlines for long.
Gideon.
Upcoming streamer and YouTuber Gideon got partnered on Twitch. During his first stream as a partner, he started watching old clips of Pokimane saying the N-word, something she had apologized for before. His viewers then went to her chat and started spamming. He got banned for 2 weeks from Twitch for this. Then some fans of Ninja's started asking him if he could help out and get Gideon unbanned. Ninja kind of agreed, saying that he would text his Twitch rep and say that Gideon said he was sorry. After a bunch of public outrage, Twitch changed their minds, but not in the way Gideon wanted. The 14-day ban got turned into a permanent ban from the website. Gideon said this was because of some people reacting, saying his punishment wasn't harsh enough. In the end, Gideon and Pokimane ended up meeting up and squashing the beef by eating chicken together. Zoe Berger was one of the very first e-girls on the internet. She was one of the first popular Twitch streamers to openly use her sexuality to grow her fan base, and was able to leverage this into a whopping 1 million subscribers on YouTube before everything came catastrophically crashing down. In the spring of 2016, Zoe started getting popular on Twitch when she got close to popular streamer and YouTuber RiceGum, who shouted her out and did streams with her. During one of these streams, RiceGum called her boring and hung up on her, starting a long-running feud between the two. Despite her early success, Zoe wasn't given any preferential treatment by Twitch, for the 4th time on the platform in September 2016 for showing too much skin. You see, Zoe was a gamer girl, and she would twerk after every kill, twerk for donos, and this was basically an early campsite show for kids who were looking for Call of Duty content and ended up finding a whole lot more. After this 4th ban, Zoe moved over to YouTube. She had come up with a new way to grow her online popularity and posted a video saying she would release nudes when she hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Well, today we hit it. The day before Thanksgiving, and I got a lot of thanks to give. And also nudes coming your way, guys. I will be posting it on YouTube. People have been saying, Zoe, it's going to get taken down. Zoe, you're going to get banned.
Bro, should I?
If I get banned, it was
okay. If I get 3 followers in the next,
YouTubers like
I'll show you my dinner.
Zoe ended up getting a massive boost in popularity from all the conflict with commentary channels and the occasional spat with RiceGum. In November 2016, she hit 1 million subscribers. Contrary to what she had promised before, she uploaded a teaser video on YouTube that had a link in the description to a Twitter video that people were not impressed with. This was a disaster, as fans were extremely disappointed.
She must have lost.
She started to lose subs. People were subbed to see the nudes, and as soon as they were dropped, almost everyone left. Zoe then started lashing out at people to try and start drama and revive her channel, but it didn't really go anywhere. In 2017, after her YouTube had pretty much failed, she started an all-female gaming and talent agency called Lux Gaming. They posted some videos of the girls hanging out in their massive content mansion and trying to start fires and stuff. I'm not exactly sure what their goals were or what their plan was to make money, and
content
I don't
houses,
think they were either. By December of 2017, the founding members
that's the dream.
The group. Zoe dropped the trailer in February of 2018.
Dream of living with other people
Lux. It bombed
in a big mansion, doing the
April
same thing.
Zoe tweeted that Lux was dissolving. The next month, she tweeted that her life had fallen apart and she was moving back in with her parents. Today, she's pretty much left all that behind and posts content on that one site that I can't name that has pretty much become a containment and quarantine site for all the content that Twitch
OnlyFans
don't want anymore. Up next, the stories will be getting even darker, so click here to watch part 2 of the E-Girl Iceberg, or if it's not out yet, I have full-length videos on Pokimane and
funny enough,
you can watch on screen right now. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Stay weird, internet. See you next time. Peace.
We got enough time to watch part 2, baby. Let's go.
E-girls are what makes the world go round. Some people love them and buy their bathwater, and some people hate them and do some very unhinged things. And some e-girls have very dark backstories. This is part 2 of the E-Girl Iceberg. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, there's going to be a link on the screen right now, so you can go watch that.
I don't know what type of degenerate would actually buy a bathwater, bro.
So buckle in. And now we go below the tip of the iceberg where the water is frigid and it's starting to get dark. Content warning for traumatic childhoods, occult content, and malicious. malicious legal battles that have almost been buried in the sands of time.
Level 2?
The first e-girl at this level is none other than SS Sniper Wolf. I'm just gonna call her Leah. Leah started her current YouTube channel back in 2013 and has built up a whopping 32.5 million subscribers during that time. Over the last several years, she has been cranking out content that's specifically made to juice the
getting over 2 mils like per video.
Millions of views
making money
on the trending page all the time. It's the kind of soulless video that's truly a product, and if an AI took over the 15-minute crafts channel and crafted a model to be the host, this is the exact stuff they would produce. Leah has obviously been extremely successful, but she has a dark past on a different YouTube channel.
Bro, is that the hack?
Some pretty awful things from before
she that's my thumbnail.
YouTube's trending page. She wasn't always this family friendly. Before Leah started the Sniper Wolf channel, she had one called Sexy Sniper.
I'll get my thumbnail right now.
E-girl stuff, spicy cosplays, gaming, stuff like that. She got in a lot of controversy during this time because she would go after other people for their appearance or how much money they had and call other women hoes.
And I'll clip Sniper Wolf in it as well, and it'll look like she's reacting with me.
Everyone a hoe. This picture isn't even me.
10 out of 10.
Pic of me. Again, it's not
Gigabrain
even me.
idea.
Why is this hoe in the thumbnail when it's not even me?
Just your typical online troll behavior for the time.
Bro, that's gonna be me.
Attention because she was a gamer girl. Eventually, she got in so much drama that after 2 years of building up this channel to 50,000 subscribers, she decided it was time to start over and rebrand. SS Sniper Wolf was born. At first, the content wasn't that different from the last channel, and she spent a lot of time playing Call of Duty. But as the channel started to grow, Leah started getting in trouble again. She would make fun of girls for posting photoshopped pictures and then post blatantly photoshopped pictures of herself. And then she said she absolutely didn't Photoshop pictures.
I don't Photoshop any of my pics. I don't have time for that. You think I got
Let's have a
time
look.
to take a selfie? Put it on my...
Let's investigate. We investigating, okay? Hold up. How can I make this bigger? Can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. Okay, don't worry.
Computer, Photoshop that, send it back to my phone, post it on Instagram. Hell no!
She would regularly criticize other women for getting plastic surgery and then got it herself. Nobody on YouTube or social media would have cared.
Damn, she looks so different.
Look at her. Got a nose job. But since she was attacking other women for doing the same thing, she started to get a lot of backlash for being a hypocrite. One YouTuber who criticized her was called Enigmahood. Enigmahood accused Leah of faking her gameplay and called her out for making fun of her fans, among other things. In response, Leah filed a DMCA takedown complaint against Enigmahood's channel. If you have a YouTube channel and a person or company files one of these complaints against you, you have two options. You can either take the hit and keep the strike on your YouTube channel and hope you don't get 2 more, because if you get 3 of these, your channel is deleted, or you can fight back. YouTube tells you that if you dispute the claim, your personal information, including your name and address, will be released to the claimant so they can sue you if they so choose. Enigmahood disputed the claim, and Leah got all of his personal information. Enigmahood later updated his video's description on the matter to explain that she had released the claim after he fought back, and his video was restored. A couple of years went by, and then in August of 2016, Leah made this video with some pretty massive claims about Enigmahood.
A couple of years ago, he re-uploaded one of my videos, and you can't just take somebody else's content and re-upload it and monetize it. So I filed the copyright claim with YouTube trying to take it.
Hey, that's what I'm doing right now.
His real name, and of course I googled his name, and it turns out he is
fair use. Okay, I am talking.
The first claim is verifiably false. It's the video that she
almost crushed my ankle.
Enigma's description, and it's a standard commentary video and not just
fair
a
use.
upload of a Sniper Wolf
I'm
video.
commenting over it. Okay.
That he's a registered sex offender, Leah provides no evidence for in the video.
Dude,
and left a comment saying he is
actual
not
Giga
going
Chat.
to sue me and has no grounds to do so. I wouldn't lie and make up such an accusation in a malicious manner.
And I won't
know
forget
what
the
it's
red
like to be
background
falsely
too.
accused of dumb shit. When I looked him up 2 to 3 years ago, he was on a registered sex offender list, and there was other stuff. Now that stuff is removed and you cannot find it. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. It's possible and very easy to have it removed. I wouldn't lie and just say something like this. That's terrible. And
are you sure about that?
No evidence for such a weighty claim in a video that got over 3 million views. It was clear she was taking the whole thing very seriously.
If we can get this video to 20,000 likes, I will do another one. So make sure you hit that like button in the face and subscribe, join the wolf pack.
Enigma repeatedly asked YouTube to take these videos, calling him a
dude, look how much of a chat he is. He's got his chest out like he's a fucking
take them down. Enigma
Ron Jeremy,
responded
mate.
by filing a civil lawsuit against Leah, her management company Fullscreen, YouTube, and Google to get the videos taken down, and asking for monetary compensation, saying her claims made it impossible for him to get hired. He went on the record and said that he absolutely was not and never had been arrested for anything. The lawsuit did end up making its way in front of a judge. While the court did write that Enigma had sufficiently proven that Leah had allegedly defamed him and affected him on YouTube, the lawsuit was dismissed because Enigma's attorneys were unable to prove the third prong that Leah had intended to harm his reputation, specifically in his home state of New Jersey, which is what the narrow interpretation of defamation required for him to win the judgment he was asking for. Over the next couple of years, Leah continued to get into controversies with other creators. One where she sent flirtatious messages to FaZe Censor while he had a girlfriend. Censor's boss, FaZe Banks, called Leah out, and she said Censor had faked the texts and threatened to sue him. Censor then went to Verizon and had them verify that the messages were real and told Leah to go ahead and sue him, after which she issued an apology. She has accused multiple people of copying her, stealing her content, her thumbnails.
She's a stone cold liar.
Leah has this weird habit of accusing other people of doing the exact same thing she's doing. In May of 2018, commentary YouTuber Nerd City made a massive video calling her out on this. He went into great detail in Photoshop showing exactly how she was manipulating her photos. He even debunked her claim about having never gotten cosmetic work done on her nose.
Quick side note, so I actually know a plastic surgeon who does nose jobs, and just to be thorough, I sent him a text message and asked, would a septoplasty and a turbinate reduction typically cause the kind of bruising that you see in this photo? And would you normally see a change in the profile of the nose like you do in this before and after picture? And I showed him how Leah's nose has changed over time. And he wrote back,
but she's making like millions of dollars like a day from just her YouTube.
He did say that anytime you get into the
I'd get plastic surgery as well.
You could end up with bruising in the face.
I'd get boobers.
But he also
big old ones.
He also
I'd become a titty streamer today if I was making that money.
She might have had some work done to her chin. So take it all with a grain of a professional's opinion.
Nerd emphasized that normally nobody would care about any of this or criticize any of it if she hadn't made such a habit of hating on other women for doing the same thing. In late 2021, Leah was accused of promising to video chat with a terminally ill 10-year-old fan and then never showing up. Keemstar made a Twitter video showing how the fan had originally gone on the No Jumper podcast and told the crew her biggest wish was
No Jumper got a hold of it?
Based on leaked Instagram DMs between Sniper Wolf and the girl's mom, it looks like they were unable to come up with a time that worked for both of them, and after a few days of back and forth, the mom got frustrated and blocked Sniper Wolf. After this started to blow up, Sniper Wolf tweeted that she still intended to send a message.
But Sniper Wolf just kept tweeting and kept tweeting. This entire time she was trying to defend herself. She could have just called the 10-year-old girl and spent 5 minutes on the phone with her!
By this point, Leah figured she could make more money reacting to TikToks and ignoring drama, and she's been doing exactly that ever since. Belle Delphine is definitely the most well-known EGirl of all time. With over 2 million subs on YouTube, almost 2 million followers on Twitter, and making over $1 million a month from the containment site as of last time she talked openly about her income, she's probably one of the richest EGirls of all time. She started out on Instagram in 2018 with cosplays, but started to gain traction when she started doing weird stuff. Belle began sending fans towards her Patreon for some spicier exclusive content and got up to 4,000 people a month sending her money for photos. Then she did her first merch drop in July of 2019, but she wasn't just selling t-shirts or mouse pads. Belle got the attention of the whole internet by selling $30 jars of her Gamer Girl bathwater, which sold out in under 48 hours. This is when Belle really started to blow up on social media. Tons of videos about her were made, raising her profile to unheard of levels online. She was a mysterious figure who was
people buy like no.
Also, there was next to nothing known about her. She didn't do podcasts, she didn't stream.
Come in and join just that was $30,
$100%.
100%.
Blood and octopi and other weird props and symbology.
I'd give it out for free.
Was or why she was doing any of this, which made her different from other EGirls. Belle then made a post on Instagram promising if it got 1 million likes, she would make an account on Yellow YouTube and post some content there, which she did end up doing after the photo hit 1 million likes, but the videos she posted were just trolling and not the kind of explicit content her fans were hoping for. Angry people who were mad they didn't get what they wanted mass reported her Instagram, and it got banned when it had 4.5 million followers. Belle took a long break from the internet after this and then returned in 2020 with a music video that went viral and got over 40 million views before it was age restricted by YouTube. To celebrate her return, she started an account on the containment site and then went on a bunch of podcasts. During this time, Belle got rid of all the mystery surrounding her character. She told the internet everything.
Ooh,
and
Sigma grind, man. I'll do it.
That Belle Simps had been denying the whole time, that she had had a longtime boyfriend the entire time she had been Belle Delphine. She explained how carefully crafted and planned her every move and every post had been, how her arrest she had posted on social media was fake, and more. But she was going on these podcasts for a reason. She was promoting an adult film, which she still had never done. Then on Christmas Day, she dropped the tape. tape. In 8 months back on the internet, Belle had completely destroyed all the mystery around her character. After this, Belle disappeared on the internet again until April of 2022. She's still active to this day and posting, but she's more of a normal containment site girl now. She did a photo shoot with popular YouTuber 2Mad recently that went semi-viral, but it seems like Belle might be in the late stages of this phase of her career. I give it a couple more years max before she's reacting to TikToks on YouTube's trending page. Bella Porch blew up on TikTok in the summer of 2020 and now has over 90 million
I don't know how this chick is like famous.
Likes. She's one of the most popular people on social media in the world, and her story is pretty unique and also very dark. Born in the Philippines in 1997, Bella was raised for a short time by her grandmother, who later gave her up for adoption. Bella never knew her biological parents and lived in poverty for most of her childhood. She was then adopted by a family who owned a farm, and she grew up doing farm chores and going to school. It was not a happy childhood. Her adoptive parents did not treat her well, and she's described
good on her.
She mistreated.
You had it rough, you know what?
H3 podcast. Bella's adoptive family moved to Texas later for her father's medical treatments that he needed. At the age of 20, Bella enrolled in the U.S. Navy and was stationed in Hawaii. She left the military in 2020 when her contract was up. Bella was struggling with depression at the time and had been committed to a psych ward for 5 days. Once out of the military, Bella picked up a new hobby and started posting on TikTok in April. Her initial followers came from doing the tried and true gamer girl strategy. She then evolved and started doing lip syncing videos where she made a bunch of funny faces. One day she lip synced to the song M to the B, and it went so viral that she gained 10 million followers in 2 weeks from this, and people started to become obsessed with her. To this day, this is the most liked video on TikTok ever, with over 58 million likes. After this, Bella started collaborating with famous online and mainstream celebrities. She became the literal face of TikTok and new social media as a whole. At the same time, a lot of people online started hating on her, saying her videos are low effort. In September of 2020, she got in a controversy about her Japanese rising sun tattoo, ended up covering it up after the backlash, and apologizing on Twitter. Her career continues to evolve, and in 2021 she started releasing music, which has gotten hundreds of
The only thing that
Bella
will say that's a pretty big F on her though.
YouTube and has racked up over 6
I don't like
million
her chest
subscribers since
tattoo.
May of 2021. So while her life started out extremely
scribbled
difficult
writing.
and she's faced a lot of backlash just for being successful, she seems able to evolve in a way that few can.
Imperial Japan, they didn't give a fuck. They were like
bonafide mainstream artists.
Giga chats, man. They blew up Australia. They were like, fuck this place.
Egirl Iceberg.
Like legit.
Peer out your tiny window at the
They bombed Sydney Harbour. They didn't give a fuck. I was like, what the fuck? But I found out.
Things are about to get very messed up. Content warning for domestic abuse and some stalker situations.
Kamikaze into like warship, bro. Now, I'm not saying that they're
Nicole
good.
Sanchez, aka Nico Lol, absolutely blew up on social media after posting her OK
She's actually
Boomer
crazy.
video in the spring of 2020, reaching over 400,000 followers on Twitch and eventually getting signed by major gaming organization 100 Thieves. Nico had been streaming on Twitch since 2017 to a small audience, but the OK Boomer TikTok and tweet went viral after it was posted, and people who saw the meme started coming to watch her Twitch streams. Viewers liked
I agree with that.
E-girl stuff and supported Bernie Sanders. After her supporters found out she had a boyfriend, some of them mass flagged her Twitter and she got banned for a day. The tweet with the OK Boomer video also got copyright striked.
People just like getting offended
that the
over like little
creator
things.
of the song had to come out and say that it wasn't them who striked her. Once a massive following started to form around her personality, her clips started making the rounds, with zingers like,
But when someone is talking about guys simping for a girl, I just don't understand what's wrong with like worshiping a girl. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Girls deserve to be worshipped. Not saying specifically me. Alright, simping isn't bad. Simping is king shit, okay?
Nico ended up getting into a big
People should be simping over me.
In June of 2021. In the video, she doxed herself, leaving the apartment number visible in frame. She also got a lot of backlash for showing a $2 million apartment off.
The controversy was that since I am a democratic socialist, that I'm not allowed to have anything nice. I got most hate from people calling me like a hypocrite that like don't like this political idea of like democratic socialism.
After the video got dislike bombed,
But she's not a democratic socialist.
I could disable the
She's a
dislikes
liar.
if I wanted to, but I don't care. And then she disabled the dislikes. But beyond all this petty drama, there was something extremely dark from Nico Low's past that kept bubbling up to the surface.
Yeah, legit.
People commenting
I hate politics. Politics is like the lamest shit out.
Quiet at first, but by March 2021, so many people were referencing it that Nico felt the need to address it directly. Her dark
Like
secret was that
proper
she'd been charged
resident
with felony
sleeper shit.
domestic violence for physically
I fall
assaulting
asleep deep.
Boyfriend at the time in 2018. Her tweet she released addressing
Like, cool,
this
okay.
Google Doc where
Republican.
she told her side of the story.
Democrat.
According to Nico, this was a long-term
Communist.
toxic relationship in which she was regularly manipulated and abused.
Get out of here! I
After
don't
they
give a
broke up,
fuck.
he was messaging her nonstop and then ghosted her when she agreed to meet and talk things out. So Nico went to his house to confront him about this, and she ended up assaulting him. So he called the police, and she spent the night in jail. She went on to say that releasing the Google Doc was a big part of her healing process, and she didn't want to give her abuser power by remaining silent. This tweet got a lot of support from YouTubers and streamers.
They're
who
all the same.
Nico,
they all
but
want
not
power.
everyone thought this made sense.
Become a pirate.
Driving to somebody's house,
become
to, quote,
free.
unquote, confront them, and then she did something to him that
Yeah,
was
she
severe enough
stabbed,
that he
and
called the
Nico, like,
cops,
she
and
stabbed her
got booked and
boyfriend.
convicted
Fucking what a
of corporal
weirdo.
abuse, of domestic abuse, of felony domestic abuse. Like, what the? The crazy part to
Maybe.
me is that she went to court on this. She got convicted. So there's a judge that saw all of this. And now she goes to social media where she's got a huge platform to get everybody on her side.
I looked
Crazy.
at the state of California public
Destiny's
records, and
clips,
it turns
man.
out
He's
that during the
banned.
proceedings, Nicole's attorneys worked out a deal with the prosecutor that allowed her to get the charge reduced to a misdemeanor if she completed 12 weeks of anger management courses and didn't get arrested for anything else
That's
for a
wild.
year. Since this whole thing blew up, Nico is still streaming to this day and seems to have kept a bit of a lower profile over the last year. Amaranth is a Twitch streamer who is regularly in controversies for pushing the boundaries of the terms of service with lewd content, doing pool and hot tub streams and ASMR, and all
Now,
kinds of stuff.
she is the goat.
Like
kitty
Recently,
streamers.
she did an interview with Vice where she said between the containment site and Twitch, she
1.5
is
a
pulling in
mil.
$1.5 million per month. But there's a very dark side to Amaranth's story that
Crazy.
has led to her being in personal physical danger on more than one occasion. Amaranth started streaming in 2016 doing cosplays on Twitch. She was already popular online in the cosplay community, and Twitch actually reached out to her and asked her to come stream and grow the category as part of their effort to make the site about more than just gaming. She was criticized by YouTubers and other streamers pretty much from the start for making a career off of showing skin. In 2018, she was streaming at a gym and the employees asked her not to stream. Amaranth lied and said her camera was off, but a viewer had shown the gym employees her stream and they had it pulled up.
Imagine that. My stream is off.
They told her to leave and they called the police. Amaranth later said
Back
she
on
was
the
being kicked
camera.
out because she was white. In February of 2022, Amaranth decided to expand beyond just Twitch and the containment site and started selling some merch. Jarred farts and hot tub water. Some people did appear to buy these, but the stunt didn't gain as much traction as it could have because Belle Delphine had already done
Yeah,
something
she's ripping off
similar.
Belle
Selling
Delphine.
weird merch wasn't the most memorable part of Amaranth's 2022. In January, she went on Anthony Padilla's podcast and revealed that she had been dealing with a particularly determined and dangerous stalker. This person had been DMing Amaranth for 6 months, writing long messages and acting as if everything she said on stream was directly to him. He called her his girlfriend and said that they were engaged, and then started photoshopping himself in pictures with Amaranth holding her waist. He didn't know where she lived exactly, but he knew her P.O. box was in Houston. One day he messaged Amaranth and said, "I'm in Houston. Is your friend going to pick me up from the airport?" He got a hotel room in the same zip code as her P.O. box and stayed there for 2 weeks, during which time Amaranth did not go outside, fearing for her own safety. This person had traveled from Canada just to try to find her. Eventually he went back and things
Fucking
were seeming
Canadians,
normal for
mate.
Amaranth for a short time. But then in June, she went public with details on yet another stalker, this one from Estonia. In a terrifying Twitter thread that reads like a psychological horror novel, Amaranth explained that this man came from Estonia and stayed in a hotel with line of sight to her
What
P.O.
the
box
fuck?
and spent 44 days trying to catch her in person, going to check her mail. This person streamed
44
every
days.
minute of his hunt for Amaranth, and every time Twitch banned him, he just made a new account. He had sold everything he owned and left his life in Europe to try and find her. The only things he brought
Dedication.
with him were a
That's
change of clothes,
that is Sigma grind right
he
there.
might use the saxophone case to carry a more lethal instrument around. During this time, he would even
He
start
does
talking
not
to her
give
in
a
Twitch
fuck.
chat while she was live, and then he started posting
tries his
dancing
own
videos
way.
similar to Buffalo Bill and Silence of the Lambs. On Monday, June 13th, his stream was different, and instead of waiting for Amaranth near her P.O. box, he started going towards her house. She called the police non-emergency line, but they didn't show up. He streamed himself outside her home, saying he knew what he was doing was wrong, but that he had to do it. When he started trying to break in, Amaranth called 911. It took police 33 minutes to arrive, but Amaranth had planned for this. She had armed security guards, cameras, and dogs, and said she had paid for all this because she felt like it was the only real option she had. The stalker ended up getting arrested and detained, and most likely will end up getting deported out of the United States. Understandably, Amaranth has said she doesn't want to be
33
a
minutes,
forever.
man.
She
That's
said on
America.
stream that she
Like,
wants to be more like Pokemon, who can just play games.
wait, the Australian flag. What the fuck? Huh? Johnny Sins is Australia?
To change her image and career path, and she started talking a lot about investing. She's also started a company called Real Work, which is kind of a high-end talent agency for creators.
33 minutes, that's wild. That's a long fucking time.
Convention. Amaranth obviously has a lot of ambition, hard work, and business smarts, but the hardest thing for her to control going forward is going to be public perception.
Wait.
She built a brand on skin, and it's got to be extremely hard to walk away from 1.5 million a month, even if you don't like doing it anymore. Once you're an e-girl, it is very hard to unbecome an e-girl. The good thing for Amaranth is that in the interviews and podcasts she's done, she's very well spoken and comes off like someone who's grounded in reality despite her extremely unique circumstances. If she can keep doing podcasts and collaborating with other content creators and getting her voice out there, she might just be able to pull off the social media pivot of the century. If you enjoyed this video, I've also made full-length, in-depth videos on Pokemon, Belle Delphine, and Alinity, which are all on screen now, and I bet you like them too. And as always, thanks for watching. Stay weird, internet. See you next time. Peace.
Bro, imagine making 1.5 mil a month from titty pics. Bruh, what am I doing with my life? I'm eating fucking Pockies. I need to fucking get a loan out. Get some titties implanted. Shave my chest. Because, nah, my chest, I don't grow hair anyway. Then start doing OnlyFans. Leeching people in. I think that's the way. I think that will work. But damn. 20. That's a lot of fucking.